Hello YouTube, it is I, the Amazing Kid, to start this with another video, and today I want to talk about why I don't think that I'll watch Starfleet Academy. Now, the only reason why, for instance, I got Star Trek Picard was because I bought the Picard Legacy Collection, mainly because it had Star Trek The Next Generation plus the TNG movies. And I saw that as a reason enough to go ahead and watch Star Trek Picard since that came with that. Even though I heard that that series was not that good from what people had told me. Everyone that I know liked, that I knew liked season 3 of that show. But I didn't because I thought that they were trying too hard. Sometimes, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this. Sometimes, every once in a while, it is important to watch a bad show or even movie in order to get a feel for how you feel. What you do is watch that show long after it is done airing, and that's always a great piece of advice on in my opinion. And I will not be giving like STD or even the Starfleet Academy the same benefit of the doubt because that I even gave Strange New Worlds, which I thought Strange New Worlds wasn't that bad. It was just yeah, there's some things that like all the other series, there's some not problematic, but just things I didn't like. But a lot of other things that but always, but things, not a lot, but things that I also liked about them. The acting didn't really impress me too much. Um, yeah, I wanted to like Strange New Worlds, but I found some of the portrayal of like Pike, not the portrayal of Pike, but just Anson Mount to be like, nah. I would have loved to have seen a different actor play Pike. You know, I don't know how how Star Trek Picard leaving a sour taste in my mouth is cause for me to be seen as a and not cause for me to be seen, but causing me not to watch both Star Trek Discovery as well as Starfleet Academy makes me a troll. Like that's an oversimplification of the actual problem. Like the whole point of a review or even trailer promotional material is to avoid the mediocrity and even outright trash. Like take the Klingons for instance right here. This image is provided by X Astris Scientia. Fantastic website, by the way. In his article called "Discovery Klingons and Star Trek's Continuity," like compare this redesign, which I despise, to that of the old Klingons from, let's say, TNG. Now tell me which design looks better. This the STD design, which just looks like AIDS. It looks like Star Trek has just been given AIDS or something. Versus the superior next generation design that was an iteration of Star Trek the Motion Picture.
cinema ever made, this sequence.
Oh, this is cool.
Of course, from this shot, you immediately realize, okay, this is a movie. This is big.
Yeah.
This is
Because there are 3 ships.
Yes, there's 3 of them. 3 of them at once on the screen.
And
And yet, of course, there was only one model.
Right. The more important thing is they each have separate they each share a vanishing point.
And this, we remember that this was a very difficult shot doing this one.
Absolutely. It blew our socks off.
But also, this shot absolutely pays respect to Matt Jeffries' original design. You can see, even though this is a motion picture, even though it's upgraded, this is Matt Jeffries' Klingon battlecruiser.
What we found fascinating, too, in writing the art of Star Trek is this cloud effect.
Oh, my.
Well before there was CGI. That was actually Codolith, a big transparent.
And you look at this, like look at the attention to details, like all the displays and all the graphical all the graphical displays, and even like the firing port, like a lot of the detail that was put into this was amazing. Like, this is a great example, the displays. And this basically set the stage for the visual aesthetics of like what Star Trek was going to have at some point. Especially with like the Klingons and the way the Klingons were depicted in this movie. And this is just a really great example of how influential that film was. This reminds me of like the designs of the Sung Healy from the original Bungie Halo games versus the Sung Healy designs in Halo 4. Like, tell me that, like, you're gonna tell me that the designs in Halo 4 are better than the designs in the original Bungie Halos? Like, give me a break, people. Picard is the one that really pisses me off because they fumbled that one. I look at Star Trek TNG as the benchmark that they needed to strive for on Picard, but they didn't. If 2 is the adequate witness, spelling the doom about to befall us unless we course correct, then 3 is divine manifestation, Holy Trinity, if you will. That spells hope that the doom has been averted. Season 3 was when the show was starting to get good, and by season 4 and especially 5, it got really good. But unfortunately, Star Trek: The Next Generation started to kind of go down in quality by like season 7. And season 7 was probably worse than season 1. At least with season 1, there were like about 6 episodes that were like really good episodes on the behavior of actors, and Tim Russ, as well as Robert Picardo in particular. That had the effect on me to not want to watch Starfleet Academy. Like, making hot political takes to own the chuds. I care about the issues.
Uriah was killed. It didn't bother David in the least. Until about 7 or 8 months after, the prophet Nathan came to him. And he said, Nathan, I have a problem. He said, David, I have a problem. And you as king must settle it. There was a poor man who had one tiny little ewe lamb. Next door to this poor man lived a rich man who stole the poor lamb and made a banquet for his rich friends. And David immediately became interested in social justice. David said, "This shall not be. He shall pay with his life, and the property shall be restored fourfold." And Nathan said, "Thou art the man. You took the ewe lamb of Uriah, and you've killed that ewe lamb." The ewe lamb was Bethsabe, I mean. "And you have taken this lamb away from the husband." And that was the moment when David sat down and wrote the famous Psalm 50. "Have mercy on me, O Lord, have mercy on me." Or I think it's maybe 51 in the New Scriptures. You see, sometimes, now not always, but sometimes we can cover up our want of individual justice by a great love of social justice. Remember when Judas was at the banquet room of Simon? The woman came in and poured ointment on the feet of our blessed Lord. Judas said, "Why this waste? Why not give this money to the poor?" Well, you can imagine Judas going on making an attack against our blessed Lord, saying, for example, "I heard you on the Mount of Beatitude say, 'Blessed are the poor.' Where's your love of the poor now? Have you forgotten all of those people that are living on hanging shacks in the road between Jericho and Jerusalem? Remember the days when we walked through the inner city of Jerusalem? Have you no interest in those poor? Look at these humble fishermen shacks here at Capharnaum. Where's your love of the poor?" Our Lord said, "Judas, you have the poor with you always. Me not always." Was Judas interested in the poor? No. He was robbing the apostolic purse. And that's the way he covered it up.
Like Fulton John Sheen in that clip, he's absolutely right on the money. Like, you don't care, Tim, Mr. Russ, you do not care about actual justice. You care about clout. You care about being woke, and you don't actually care about anything but yourself. You're narcissistic, and you're full of your own hubris. You don't care about anyone but yourself. You didn't even care about the fact that we got our first black African American astronaut going around the moon. A man that actually earned his place instead of being some diversity hire in order to look righteous, enlightened, and virtuous. And there is nothing more that pisses me off than ego masturbation crap. It's like when people say that we need to own the libs. It's all about stroking your dick and stroking your shit. We need to own the libs in the name of Jesus. We need to own the libs. Like, shut up. Like, it just rubs me the wrong way when people do this. And it's not what people want from you. It's not what people want from you. People want you to just shut up and do your job. And that's all people want. And it's not like Star Trek didn't show diversity before. Like, you look at this clip from Star Trek The Motion Picture, for instance. You look at what is going on here. You look at what's going on here. You see all the people in the crowd? You have aliens, and you even have like other humans of ethnic backgrounds, cultural and ethnic backgrounds. And this sums up what Star Trek was about, and which is infinite diversity, infinite combination. And that would also include the that would also include viewpoints on religion as well as politics that other people may have. And this is one of those things that Gene Roddenberry, that is the vision of Gene Roddenberry, is that people can hold different viewpoints from what others have. Leave room for questioning things and broadening your mind rather than opening your mind. Because to open your mind is to embrace stupidity. If you're going to get into the political arena, become governor of California. But I'm pretty sure people wouldn't want you any more than they want Gavin Newsom. If you want to get into politics, anyone remember Star Trek Renegades? Anyone remember Star Trek Renegades? Like, that was such a great fan film. Like, it had Walter Koenig. It had, of course, Tim Russ and Robert Picardo. And that was such a great film. Like, too bad it didn't continue. It didn't continue because, Paramount was getting jealous of fan films because they were going to snuff out their inferior turdsman Drek garbage. And it's like, and it's a shame they got rid of making long productions like that, because this stuff is really what the fans is much closer to what the fans wanted. And maybe if we had more fan films at the very least, Tim Russ and Robert Picardo wouldn't have been making like garbage takes online, and they would have occupied their time with doing what is their dharma, their natural order, which is to act, to do things to have fun doing what you're naturally good at, instead of bitching and complaining online about conservatives and like KK conservatives or whatever garbage that they do nowadays. Like, the only academy that I care about at this point is Star Wars Jedi Academy, the game, the video game. That and the video game Starfleet Academy.